On the 13th anniversary of 9/11, 19-year-old Mohammed Hamza Khan sent an email to the U.S. State Department inquiring about the application he had made for a passport, which had still not arrived. 2 weeks later, Khan paid $2,679 for flights from Chicago to Vienna, and then on to Istanbul for himself and his 2 younger siblings. He had planned meticulously, saving up the money for the tickets while working at a local big-box home supply store, assembling tourist visas for Turkey, and packing sleeping bags and clothes for the trip. Khan had met someone online who had provided him with the number of a contact in Istanbul who would help to get him and his siblings to the Turkish-Syrian border, and from there on to the region occupied by the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. Accompanying Khan would be his 17-year-old sister Minna and his 16-year-old brother Khalid, all 3 excited to make their pilgrimage to the Promised Land. Minna planned to marry an ISIS fighter, while Khan himself planned to serve in a combat role perhaps, or with the group's police force. As he contemplated the trip, Khan doodled in his notebook a picture of a fighter with the legend "Come to Jihad" in Arabic behind him, as well as the distinctive ISIS flag, white Arabic letters on a black background. Meanwhile, Minna watched Salil Sawarim, The Clanking of the Swords, one of a series of 1-hour videos showing summary executions of ISIS's enemies. She later tweeted that she had watched it, including emoticons of a smiley face and a heart. Earlier that month, on September 2nd, 2014, American journalist Steven Sotloff had been executed by ISIS following a brutal imprisonment. The beheadings of both Sotloff and his fellow hostage, James Foley, also an American journalist, were videotaped, carried out off-camera, while a black-clad terrorist demanded that U.S. airstrikes against ISIS cease. In an unmistakable London accent, the terrorist addressed President Barack Obama, promising that, just as your missiles continue to strike our people, our knife will continue to strike the necks of your people. According to a Wall Street Journal NBC poll, the executions were the most widely followed news story of the past 5 years in the United States, provoking widespread outrage. Yet even as the story developed, the 3 American teenagers living in suburban Chicago were finalizing their plans to join what they saw as the perfect Islamic State. Hamza Khan and his siblings saw the soldiers of ISIS not as fanatical Taliban-style murderers, but as the creators of a utopia. Khan, who had been 6 at the time of the 9/11 attacks, wrote a 3-page letter to his parents explaining why he was leaving Chicago. He told them that an Islamic utopia had been established by ISIS and that he felt obligated to migrate there, grandly extending an invitation to my family to join him. He couldn't bear that his American tax dollars would be used to kill my Muslim brothers and sisters, and wrote that he was upset by the depravity of the West, which he described as getting more immoral day by day. He didn't want his own children to be exposed to filth like this. Writing in capital letters, Khan instructed his parents to, first and foremost, please make sure not to tell the authorities.